Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about babysitting and babysitting 101. So this is going to be an informative video on babysitting. I've been babysitting for about 2 weeks. I've only babysat 2 families. One is a little girl, a little boy. Another one is a little girl about the ages of 3 to 5 or 6 years old. So what you're gonna want to do, well, first I should just talk about it. So I previously, from babysitting, I was working at a daycare, so it's very similar sort of career, working with kids, right? However, the daycare that I worked at was horrible, and I'm gonna get into that in a different video. It was just horrible management, too much stress, and you're not getting paid enough, really. I mean, maybe, but I got paid $9.50. Babysitting, I get paid between $10 to $13 an hour. So one night for about 6 hours, they paid me a little more than what was needed, but I'm not gonna complain. For about like 5 hours, I got paid $70, okay? And then for working 6 hours with the 2 kids, I got paid about $80. How to get into babysitting. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but the one thing you're going to want to do before getting into babysitting, because some parents, this is basically like a requirement, and if you want to get more gigs, you need these things, is to get CPR certified. CPR certified typically is the main thing. People say first aid certified, but I googled first aid. It's really not that necessary, because first aid is basically teaching you how to use a first aid kit. Now, I don't know if a kid gonna have a big 2-inch gash wound deep in their leg, okay? If that happened though, probably take them to the hospital if it doesn't stop bleeding. But I have common sense to know how to take care of very simple cuts and bruises, you know, splinters, burns, you know, whatever it may be. Very simple if it was minimal. If it's like a 3rd degree burn, probably don't know what I'm doing, but I'll probably Google it, but I probably don't know what I'm doing. So I'm only CPR and AED certified. So AED is the machine that they use on you to shock you back to life. So those are the only things that I'm certified in. Technically, I think I'm first aid certified, but I'm not going to tell anybody that. So make sure if you're going to babysit, get CPR certified. It's only going to cost you between maybe $30 to $50 to get the card that says you're CPR certified, because you have to go through classes, or you can go online and just take the test or whatever it may be. Your other option, so aside from being CPR certified, which is number 1, you need it. If you want to get a lot of people wanting you, you need to be CPR certified. Aside from being CPR certified, you need to have a vehicle. Having a vehicle is like, everyone wants it, and depending on the kind of family you will be taking care of, some families are very like 6 to 6, okay? So you're gonna be there for the kid, going to school, doing school activity. You're basically gonna be like their guardian for like the entire school year. However long that they would want you to babysit, you're going to be their guardian for the entire school year. That's why you need a car. Those are the 2 things you'll need: CPR certified, a car. The third thing, how to get gigs, the third thing, you are going to want to go through either care.com. Care.com is a really great site. That's how I found my second family that I babysit for. Care.com is really great. The downfall to it, you have to pay a membership. So Care.com, I think I paid a promo, which was 50% off. I have no idea. But monthly cost of Care.com is $37, and then the annual membership is $147. You can Google this. They will do a criminal background check on you for free on Care.com, but then they'll also do a motor vehicle and something else background check on you, which altogether for both of those are about $70, I think. So before even getting a babysitting gig, if you're going to use care.com, you're going to have to spend like $100, maybe $250 if you do the annual membership and not only the background check, but like the motor vehicle check and then the other like criminal background check. So you're going to be spending about $200 something before you even start looking for families on care.com. Also, care.com doesn't have a lot of families on it. I don't know how it works for those looking for babysitters, if they have to pay something, but the amount of jobs that I found on care.com was very minimal. And some of them were with infants, and I've never worked with infants. So for me, that's a no-no. I do not want to work with infants, only because to me there's more danger with working with infants and what can happen versus working with toddlers. Just for my comfortability. Is that a word? It's probably not. But so that's the main thing I avoid. If parents, I typically advertise myself as 2 years and older, but some parents I guess don't read it or they skim through it, so they'll ask me to work with infants and I tell them I'm uncomfortable, and then they typically just say thank you anyway. So another option is to actually look for babysitting groups on Facebook in your local area. So typically I'm looking for, these are my shortcuts, but I already pinned them, so they're shortcuts now. We have Fort Campbell babysitters, Clarksville, Fort Campbell area. So typically I'm looking for those general areas because I do live in the area, and it's like if I were to drive up onto the military base, it'd be like 20 minutes max. What you're gonna want to do is actually go into these groups, join them, and advertise yourself. So I actually have an advertisement I can show you, but this is one of my advertisements. I said, hi, I'm 22, looking for a babysitting, dog sitting position in the Clarksville area. I'm also a military spouse, so I do have base access. That's very important if you want to work with military families. I have cared for school-age children and toddlers. I was previously an ESL teaching assistant and daycare provider. My prices will range depending on services, but for sitting for one child, it will be $10. I am CPR certified, COVID vaccinated, because COVID vaccinations are now a thing, so I just added that in just in case. And I wrote, I also do have my own vehicle. So the best bet if you don't want a care.com account is to look for babysitting groups online. There's typically a lot or a good amount. For me, there was about 5 or 4 in my general area, and parents do post regularly, as well as people seeking babysitting positions post regularly. I do not post regularly anymore because I do have 2 families that I'm working with that is a Monday through Friday sort of position. So keep in mind that's pretty much what you're going to be looking for. Like, the reasons why I decided to do this, you can work whenever you want. Obviously it's not appropriate if you do call off a lot, but if you are going on vacation, that is okay. So I informed all of my babysitting families, I've informed all of them that I will not be available from this date to this date. I will be out of town. I already bought the tickets. I'm already going. This is before even considering babysitting as an option. And a lot of them are very nice about it. Or if I had an emergency, so one time I already agreed on working like a whole 12 hours on Wednesday, but then Nick told me that he was going to the range and our dogs would have nobody to take care of. So I had to cancel, and they were very, very nice about it. So that's pretty much it. And yeah, I highly recommend personally going through Facebook more so than care.com. But if you would like to join care.com, that is okay as well, because it's more secure. And I believe there's policies behind if parents do not pay you. You might be able to do something about that. And I recommend, while you also join the Facebook babysitting groups, you need to find a babysitters beware or parents beware, because there are parents that will not pay you and there are babysitters that will not show up. So definitely check those out. And you can also see reviews, because I believe sometimes they talk about you nicely as well if you are a good person. I don't know, but typically those sites are mainly about parents that you should avoid and babysitters you should avoid. As for tips for babysitting, definitely when you go into their house, ask them if their kid is on a routine, if their kid is vocal about what they want to eat, or like a diet the kid is on, or if they care what the kid eats. Definitely ask all those questions. Ask where things are, because it took me like 10 minutes, 20 minutes to find everything in this woman's kitchen to like make things for this kid. So do that. Definitely just ask everything you need to about their routine, when they want them down. If you are working an evening shift of babysitting, you gotta know when they gotta go down. So things like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Babysitting is not that hard. It's enjoyable if you like kids. That's the main thing. You have to like kids or enjoy them to even deal with them, because if you don't like kids, you should not be doing this. Like I like kids, I love dogs, but my personal housing situation, I cannot have more dogs, and I don't have a fenced yard to just let the dogs run around free outside, you know. But that is all I have for this babysitting one-on-one. The main thing you're gonna need, CPR certified and a car. Aside from that, you don't really need anything else. Parents will be very nice. If you don't have references, that's okay. You can just kind of explain why you would like to babysit, and if they want updates about their kid, please give them the updates. Okay, do not leave them on read. They're gonna be so mad. Or on red. I can't speak English. But yeah, get CPR certified, which is very easy. You can find a lot of online courses or online tests that you can do to get CPR certified, and have a car. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in my next video. I hope this was very informative, and I hope you can also babysit as well, because it's very fun and enjoyable, and you can work whenever you want realistically. And yeah, I will see you in my next video, so bye.